Folks, this strike at York University enters its 7th week today. Final year nursing students are hoping to get answers from their faculty. Many of them don't know whether they will be able to actually graduate this year or not. They're hoping to meet with the nursing faculty tomorrow. In the meantime, some students have had to find other work to make do as they wait. Kylie Irvin couldn't make it into the studio this morning, but has a good excuse. She just started her shift at the Honda factory in Alliston. Kylie, good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm all right, thanks. With me in studio is Kimberly Ross. She's also a fourth-year nursing student at York. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Kylie, what are you doing working at the factory?
I work at the Honda factory in Alliston, so I manufacture cars, and I actually build the dashboards for them. That's the section that I work in.
Now, that sounds pretty cool, but I'm sure it's not exactly what you would expect it to be doing as a fourth-year nursing student. Why are you working in the factory?
The money's really good, and the work's good. The shift work, I guess, keeps me in line for when I'm actually working as a nurse, so I can keep myself on top of that.
Where did you picture yourself being right now?
I had a job opportunity at the hospital that I was doing my placement, my final consolidation in, and I was hoping to be doing that within the next few weeks to be starting there, but obviously that's not happening as of now.
And so when you made the decision to go and work in the factory, I mean, the money, as you say, is good, but it's not what you had planned to be doing. What was that decision-making process like?
It was very difficult I've been there. This is going to be my 5th summer there, so I've been there quite a few times, and it's difficult to be going back just because I kind of saw the end of the road with it, but it's what it is, and I need to make some money because the strike's just draining me financially, so.
Kimberly, any thoughts of going and working in a factory while this continues?
Actually, I have the fortune of still working in a hospital as a secretary. So for me, I get to still be around the acute care, but it's not where I want it to be for certain.
What is it like for you? This is the 7th week that the strike has continued. What is life like for you right now?
It's a lot of stress. I mean, I have a family at home. For us, I'm getting ready to go on a medical relief trip to the Dominican Republic. We're supposed to be leaving on May the 5th. That was a York program type of initiative. And my husband's accepted a job in California. So we're in the midst of trying to move. And all of this with the strike has thrown everything up into the air and created a tremendous amount of stress.
What are the things that you need to do and to accumulate before you graduate?
So at this point, we need signatures from our faculty to give us our passing information. We need to complete the remainder of our hours or some type of remediation to complete that. And then we need to get the okay from the university to go ahead and write the licensing exam that allows us to practice nursing.
And so 7 weeks into the strike, where are you at when it comes to all of those boxes that you need to check?
For me, I wasn't able to finish my hours. So with the remediation package that they sent last night, I will be able to finish. I was hoping to use perhaps some of the hours that I was going to be accumulating while I was in the Dominican. But I'm not really sure where this leaves me, with me leaving so soon and us not able to begin those hours until the strike is over. I don't know what that looks like.
And the exam?
The final exam, I don't even know when that could be. That is a longer process going through the another licensing body. So we have to apply for a time for that. So not sure at all when that might be. I was hoping originally before the strike happened to have written it by the end of May, at the very latest the beginning of June. But now with the strike and with all of the other universities potentially finishing before us and then booking their exam times, we could be looking far later into the summer than we originally anticipated.
And then so, I mean, again, you have a lot going on in your life with the move and everything else that's happening, but how does all of this affect your chances of getting the work that you want to do?
I think it significantly impacts the work. Not only are we not spending the time in the hospital getting to know the educators and the staff and spending time with other nurses and a part of those teams, but we're just not out of practice, but we're losing those connections. So the students that are still in their practice placements, there's making those connections. We're potentially losing out on new grad placements. We're potentially losing out on positions that would be beginning this summer.
I want to go back to Kylie in just a moment, but the whole point of, well, not the whole point, but one of the elements of a labor disruption is that it disrupts labor, that it creates a situation where pressure is put on the various sides to get to the table and hammer out a solution. Do you understand the situation that you're put in?
I understand it in as far as I hear CUPE's side and I hear York University side. I don't understand why they haven't come to a resolution yet. I have been to various meetings where I hear York speak about, or various representatives of York speak about their side of things, and then I hear CUPE's side of things. But there doesn't seem to be any coming together, and there also doesn't seem to be any thought for how this is actually impacting students. They say that they see how it's impacting students, but I haven't seen that thus far.
Kylie, aside from being at the factory, where are you at now when it comes to what you need to accumulate to graduate?
So myself, I was lucky enough that I got in my designated hours. They've cut them down from the 432 to 302, so I actually have 320. So I have all my boxes checked. I'm just waiting for the signatures from the contract faculty. That is all. And then I'm completely finished. So I was lucky.
Do you worry, as Kimberly does, that you could end up kind of out of the mix when it comes to building those relationships and building the contacts that you need to get the work that you want to do?
Absolutely. I have my job opportunity here at the hospital that I was hoping to be starting at this summer, and I've been trying to keep in contact with the manager, but it's difficult when you don't see them all the time, and they have lots of things going on, and you can't expect them to remember one face of 300 that they interview.
There's a meeting with the faculty tomorrow, Kimberly?
There is indeed.
What are you hoping to hear from that meeting?
I'd like to get a better picture of exactly what's going to happen and perhaps some timelines. I know that there's no certain time or date that they can give us that when the strike will be over, but it would be nice if we could do our hours before the strike was finished so that we could be ready to go as soon as that contract faculty comes back for signatures.
Kylie, what do you want to hear at the meeting?
I'm hoping basically the same thing as Kimberly, a way for them to figure out how the students that don't have their hours can get them done while the strike's going on, and then when they come back, it's a quick process. I want to know that they also are starting to compile our grades so that it is quicker than the month that it typically takes for them to send off our names to the CNO.
But do you have any sense that that's actually happening right now?
Absolutely not. They have been very vague in their communication with us.
I spoke with the president of York University, was it last week before last, along with a representative from the union. One of the questions that I asked Rhonda Lenton, the president of York, is what this does to the reputation of the school. 2 strikes in the last, 3 years, I think. A number of strikes over the history, certainly recent history of the university. What does it do to your impressions of the school that you've paid a lot of money to go to, Kimberly?
For me, it's disappointing. I mean, you make this choice to be at this university that you think is going to offer you a great education, and here we are stuck at the very end. So it makes it very difficult to recommend that other students attend.
Hopefully some good news tomorrow will come, and come sooner rather than later for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And Kylie, good luck building the dashboards.
Thank you very much.
Not something that I'm sure you expected to be doing, but life takes you in interesting directions. Thank you. That is Kimberly Ross and Kylie Irvin, both fourth-year nursing students at York University, talking about the strike now in its 7th week, how it's affecting them and what they are not getting done. We'd love to hear from you. Are you a student at York University? Do you have family going to York University? As the strike continues, what are you thinking about and what are you not doing as it continues? 416-205-5807 is the number of our Vox